The mothership is on its way. We're going to make it. Bishop 1 to all transports. Report status.
Bishop 2, standing by.
This is Bishop 3. We've taken some hits. 2 bulkheads down. We'll be all right.
Bishop 4, standing by. Bishop 5, standing by. Bishop 6, reporting unidentified contacts. Get ready for company.
G'day chaps. Gamer Nate back with episode 2 of Homeworld 2 Remastered. I just want to show you a couple of things.
The core is
Look at that.
operating at full capacity.
You can actually see the attack on
We made
Hiigara
it.
there.
We have reached
Incredible
the
level of
Hiigara
detail.
system. Vaygr
And
forces
then
are
that
being
is
reported
just
in all
astounding.
sectors. They will know we have arrived.
Look at that. Right, I've got to get to action stations. This mission's not that easy.
6 crew transports are inbound to dock with the mothership. A Vaygr carrier has been detected in the area. The transports are under attack and require immediate assistance. At least 4 transports must dock with the mothership to meet minimum crew requirements.
Course set. Attack coordinates locked in.
So if you're just joining me after a little break or
Standing by.
need a little recap, the mothership's
We're
just
constructing
escaped.
additional resource collectors to increase harvesting efficiency.
Production underway.
Ah, don't want to do that. Resource collector. Where are we?
Production
There you
underway.
go. So we have 6 transports, and these are bringing the crew for the mothership. Before they get there, the mothership's not actually going to be operational at all. So it's all action stations to try and get the crew, sorry, to the mothership. In terms of disabling, we're already thinking ahead to this. Now I know this is going to tell me that I'm going to need to disable that fighter facility there. I'm actually replaying this mission. Believe it or not, I failed it the first time.
Ready.
I recorded it too, but
Moving
yeah,
to
so it was a little embarrassing having
Threat
to play this again.
eliminated. Transport Bishop 1 is safe.
So if I don't get it this time,
Lock all
oh
weapons on
Jesus,
target.
I'm going to be a little pissed. But yeah, incredible game. Just look at the graphics there. And then in the background you've got that. Just insane. Now I am recording in 30 frames per second only because for some reason DX Story doesn't work with this game. So I'm having to go back and use fraps. And if you've ever used fraps you'll know it's incredibly resource heavy. I tried recording with fraps in 60 frames per
Interceptor
second.
squadron under attack. Copy.
It was just
Damage fleet.
it was a mess.
Subsystem
It didn't
target
work.
acquired.
Had all kind of flickering going on and just terrible frame rates. So
Standing by.
I
Threat
reset
eliminated.
this
Transport
game
Bishop
back to
2
the
is
original
safe.
settings, which are actually pretty low. Game looks incredible.
The Vaygr carrier is launching reinforcements. Use bombers to destroy the carrier's fighter facility. This will prevent it from sending further reinforcements.
So I've already started that process. I'm going to lose all of these bombers as they attack that fighter facility. The reason I actually failed the last mission was because that carrier got away. And that's a problem. We can't let that happen again. So what I might do, because I know that these transports can actually take a bit of a beating. That first one's going to get fucked up, but that's okay.
Stay sharp. Bomber
I'm going to try and
attack.
I'm going to take this fighter facility out
Subsystem target
first
acquired.
to reduce the amount of stuff I have to deal with later.
Copy. Resources locked in.
Yep. During this playthrough, I'm gonna actually give you a little background into the IP history, the intellectual property background of Homeworld 2, why it ended up being remastered in the first place, which is quite an interesting story in and of itself. It was originally developed by a studio called Relic, published by Sierra. Sierra was then bought by a company called THQ, and THQ, I don't know if you know about this at all, but THQ went bankrupt not even all that long ago, 2-3 years. And the Relic Studios was actually sold onto Sega, I think. There we go, done.
The carrier can no longer build reinforcements.
So I'm gonna take these guys out first, because there's fewer of them, so it'll be easier to take these out. And
Group 1 under attack.
do I need bombers? Yeah, I'll leave them. Bombers are never gonna hurt.
Reporting.
Actually, I have bombers in here. I can keep the bombers on the carrier, because I actually only need the interceptors to take out these ships here. I'm going to put them on aggressive tactics.
Group 1 reports enemy contact.
There we go, and then I've got my bomber squad. My bomber squad.
Ready.
Make them Group 2.
Group 2 designated.
Easier to control.
Bomber squadron under attack.
So I've got my bombers working on the carrier there, and I've got my fighters working on these bombers here. Now I am going to try and show you some of the graphics, because the job they've done remastering this is absolutely astounding, especially when you get shots like that and then boom, it's blown up.
Squadron under attack. Group 1
Incredible.
copies.
Under attack. What's the call?
Okay, how are we doing? These two transports are
Threat eliminated. Transport
okay.
Bishop 3 is safe.
Engaging.
Alright, let's get them over to the other side now.
Bomber
Right,
squadron
I've got
under
enough
Drawing
to
heavy
build
fire.
another interceptor
Production
squadron.
underway.
Hyperspace signature detected.
What's this?
The Vaygr are using frigates to attack the transports. Some
Ooh,
appear
with
to
the
be
missiles
equipped
too.
with heavy anti-fighter weaponry.
Look at that.
Group 1 reporting.
Okay, so they told me
Transport
straight up
docked.
they've got anti-fighter
Research
weaponry, so
staff
I'm going to
designs
ignore that
defense
first group,
training.
and I'm going to
No
go straight to the
research
second.
options available.
Research options. I'm not going to do it because I don't have the
Receiving
cash just
transmission
yet.
from Hiigara defense grid. Allied forces are arriving.
Roger.
Can I move? No, I can't move then. Hey! Here come the heroes.
Pride of Hiigara. This is Captain Soban of the fleet, Farron Shah. Looks like you could use a hand. Attention all Sobani, pick your targets and engage.
Outstanding. So now I've got some help with the frigates. Of course, one of the best things about Homeworld is the ability to steal
With the help of
ships.
Captain Soban, we should be able
And
to
I will be
save the
doing
rest
plenty
the
of that.
transports.
Oh, I love that with the missiles. But at this stage, I think this is just about survival.
Transport Bishop 4 sustaining critical damage. Send
And the last
interceptors
episode,
immediately to defend
ooh,
Bishop 4.
yeah. I think I'll do just that. It was saying I need to send interceptors immediately to
Interceptor
save
squadron under attack.
Bishop 4 here. So that's what I'm going to do.
Standing by.
Got another interceptor
Attack
squadron.
vector laid in.
Send them in, put them
Aggressive tactics
on
confirmed. Fire
aggressive
at will.
tactics.
Group 1 reporting.
Add them to Group 1.
Acknowledged.
Group 1 reinforced.
Now, as I mentioned in the last episode, I've never actually played Homeworld 2 before. I have read about it. And what I understand is that
Reporting.
the pace is very, very different in this game. So, Homeworld 1 was
Threat
slow,
eliminated.
relaxing,
Transport Bishop 4 is safe.
and very enjoyable for that. Take out the bombers first here. Homeworld 2 is different. You are under attack the whole time.
Production and crew transport.
Some
docked.
corvettes out. You'll be able to
Sensor
steal
crews
some ships.
transferring.
How are my bombers
Mothership
doing? They
sensor
should be...
systems are now operating at full capacity.
Bombers are dead. So we need to take this out. Otherwise we can't pass this mission at all.
Threat
Group 1
eliminated.
reports victory.
Transport Bishop 5 is safe.
Bishop 6. Let's
Engage.
take out those bombers and then I need to come back for this.
The Vaygr carrier is retreating. It must be destroyed before it can escape.
Okay, so I need to destroy it before it gets to that point. To there. Okay.
The Vaygr frigates have been destroyed.
Group 1.
Got the frigates. I could do with another bomber squad.
Production underway.
Done a bit of damage, but that's not going to be enough. Interceptors aren't really going to cut it. Just don't have the firepower yet. So in terms of the IP again, to go back to that little story.
Mothership corvette
Once
corvette
THQ went
subsystem
bankrupt,
complete. Gunship corvettes now available
Gearbox
for
Software ended up
construction.
picking up
These
the
ships are effective
rights
when
to
used against
Homeworld,
fighter-class vessels.
and in 2013 announced that they were going to release this, essentially the Remastered collection, which was originally
Group
called
1.
Threat
HD.
eliminated.
Homeworld
Transport Bishop
HD.
6 is safe.
Send these guys after the carrier. And do we have our bomber squad yet? Not yet, but soon. Okay, now it's all about this guy.
Bomber squadron complete.
I remember when THQ went bust, pretty soon after there was a huge Humble Bundle sale. All the games that they used to own
Roger.
were sold off at just dirt cheap
Group
prices.
2 assigned.
Show no mercy.
Crew
Also,
transport
interestingly, I found out while I was just looking at
Engine
Homeworld
and
2
power
that
plant crews transferring.
Engine
the
performance increased
team
to
from
normal
Relic,
levels.
the original team who helped build Homeworld in the first place, have got back together, and they're producing a
Four
prequel
crew transports
to
docked.
Homeworld,
We have
which
met
is called
minimum crew
Shipbreakers.
requirements.
Interceptor squadron under attack.
It originally had a bit of a different name. It wasn't called Homeworld Shipbreakers in the beginning, it was just called Shipbreakers. But those guys who were from the first team, are we going to get there? Who were from the first Homeworld team, helped out the guys from Gearbox Software.
Pulsar
And
gunships
in
now
return,
available for construction.
The guys
Ships
from
are
Homeworld,
effective when used against
guys from
Corvette-class
Gearbox
vessels.
Software,
Crew transport
gunship,
docked.
Pulsar gunship.
Elite fighter pilots transferring.
I'm going to come back
Bomber
to
squadrons
this in
launching
a
from
minute.
Mothership.
I've got to make sure this carrier gets taken out. So in return for their help with this remastered collection, the guys from Gearbox Software told them that they were able to use the name Homeworld for their prequel. So Homeworld Shipbreakers is the name, and if you look on YouTube you'll see the trailer, which looks absolutely astounding. The game is basically set in the Homeworld universe, but not based around the same
Carrier has
story
been
at all.
destroyed.
Okay. This is when I like Homeworld best. Once you've got control again,
Fleet,
you
this
feel
is
in
Captain
control.
Soban. The Homeworld system will soon be overrun by Vaygr forces. Their objective is to capture the mothership. You must get the Pride of Hiigara out of here. The enemy will follow, and in doing so, you will buy the Homeworld some time. Soban, out.
Interesting.
Captain Soban's mission will be to track down the location of the Vaygr leader. His fleet has been dispatched. He will remain in contact with us.
Now the Vaygr leader that was just mentioned, his name is Makan. And Makan is...
Group 2 reporting. Confirmed.
It's almost like a
Group 2
Mongol leader.
reinforced.
So the
Group 2
Vaygyrs,
copies.
or the Vaygr
Crew
rather,
transport docked. Elite Corvette crews transferring.
who are the antagonists
Elite
in
Corvette
Homeworld
squadrons
2.
launching from Mothership.
I like the Mongols. They're a warrior people.
Crew transports returning to base.
We cannot allow the mothership to fall into enemy hands. Coordinates set for the Serum system. There, we will regroup our forces and mount a counteroffensive. All ships, stand by for hyperspace.